Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Paper Happinicity with Monica. My name is Monica Formosa and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the Wide Bay area in Queensland, Australia. And today's video, I'll show you how I made this card for Colour Inspiration Challenge number 173. We'll be doing a little bit of watercolouring, which I'll show you the process of it, but I actually did some yesterday so that it would be dry so that I could die cut it out, because as per usual I have did a lot of the prep beforehand, otherwise we tend to sit here for far too long. But anyway, welcome to all my new subscribers. I've had a few join lately. Welcome. Don't forget that you can hit that all notification bell and be reminded every time I drop a video or go live. And please like and share if you have friends that you think might like this video and what I've created today. And leave a comment too, because it's a great way to support me in my little card making business. Okay, so Colour Inspiration Challenge number 173. The inspiration photo was chosen by the wonderful Bronwyn Eastley. She was actually our founding crew member. She was the one that thought up of the idea, and she's been in and out of the group a little bit, but that's fine. We don't mind. Life gets busy. She's not with us at the moment, but yeah, who knows, right? Who knows? And our guest designer is the lovely Lee Mahoney. She does amazing work, I've got to say. I love her cards. So go find her on Facebook or Pinterest or YouTube or whatever. I'm not sure what her socials are, but yeah, she does some amazing card making. So our colors are very vanilla, as you can see, very vanilla, Shamrock and Cherry Cobbler. And I've just done a little bit of watercoloring, which is a little kind of cheating, because when you watercolor you tend to get a few more variations of those colors. So, but that's fine. That is allowed. And you're also allowed to use neutrals. If you don't have those exact colors, we allow something similar. We could swap out the Shamrock for possibly Coastal Cabana, and Cherry Cobbler, you could use Real Red maybe, or something similar. Okay, but yeah, that's our colors. I'll just put that over there. I will need to cover that up though, because we're going to get quite messy. Okay, so products. I have used the Encircled in Nature dies, just the dies. I have used this die here, which is like an oak leaf. But anyway, that's what I've used. And I've also used the berry wreath, this berry wreath, for the foundation of my wreath. So that's what we're using in that. We're not actually using the stamp set. For my sentiment, I've used the Merry and the Christmas out of Greetings of the Season. This is a new well, it's not new, but it's there in the online exclusives. You won't actually see this in a catalogue. So you need to go online and go to the shop and go to online exclusives, and you'll find this one amongst all those other products. And this was also an online exclusive as well. Okay, so that's those. Do I need them? I will just put them over here just in case. I shouldn't need them. For my embossing, I have got I'm just amazed at this embossing folder. It's a 3D embossing folder, Forever Plaid, Forever Plaid, and it's not a uniform plaid. It is, it's uniform, but it's random, which I love. I don't mind a little bit of wonkiness. It just pulls it back from being super formal down to a little bit more casual in our card making, and sometimes we need that. Okay, just saying. What else do we need? I've got the Shamrock ink pad and the Cherry Cobbler ink pad because we'll be doing some watercoloring. And I've got the two. Now these you can't buy these anymore, but you could easily use the next size up, which is the B block. It's just a little bit bigger, and it might actually be easier to use the B block. But this is what I've used for my to apply the ink to my watercolor paper. You will need the fluid somewhere. I have the fluid 100 watercolor paper. Now this is a 100% cotton watercolor paper, and it holds the water really well, I need to say. For embellishments, I have used the Iridescent pearls. I didn't really want to put any more red on there, but that's not to say you can't. All right, that would be entirely up to you. Okay, and then what else do I need to show you? If you're using the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder, you will need the number 4 plate, which is the specialty plate for 3D embossing folders. I've also got this quite a grotty old towel. I will put this down over my workspace just to pick up any stray moisture. And I need a spritzer over here. Is that full? I think that's full. Feels full. Yeah. So a Stampin' Up spritzer. You buy these in a packet of 3, and you screw them off, fill them with water, and then you've got a handy dandy, and that's leaking already, a handy dandy little water spritzer. That's there because we need to spray our watercolor paper. Okay, so in my kit here, I have stamped and then fussy cut my Merry Christmas. All right, that's our sentiment. You use whatever sentiment you have in your collection. I just like the font, the scrolly font that's showing. This is our berry wreath. I like this because it had those berries in there that we can use to our advantage. 2 pieces of very vanilla. One goes on the inside, one's for the outside, so that will go on the inside. One's on the outside. They are both the same. They are both the same size, and it's just a tiny little, I think it's 1/8 of an inch less on the 2 sides, which gives you a teeny tiny border on all 4 sides when you attach it. 2 pieces of watercolor paper, one for green and one for the combination. I'll show you what I've gone and done here. I did one just all green. Okay, that's Shy Shamrock, and then I did a combination of the red and the green. Top tip though, because where's my color wheel? I had it here somewhere. Red and green are actually opposite on the color wheel. So when you're working watercolor wise with opposites, they do have a tendency of going gray or muddy or murky if they get too close to each other. So just be aware of that. Don't go mixing them too much. So you can see on that there's areas where that's gone a little bit dirty, but that's all right, that's fine. I can work with that, I don't mind that. Okay, so we don't need them, and as I've done all my die cutting, the greens are in this container here, and the red greens are in this one, and we're going to layer them up over the berries. Okay, all right, so firstly, I need to get my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine in here, and we'll do my embossing. All right, I need to be able to find that again. Okay. Now these embossing folders are a larger size. They're almost the full size of the plate that we have here. What are they? 6? I think they're 6 by 8. Yeah, 6 by 8. Which gives you plenty of scope. You know, you can put it in and go wherever you want to, really, and great for scrapbooking because you've got such a large area. Now on our Stampin' Up embossing folders, there's a black line that you can use to get your cardstock in there straight. We're going to put our base plate down. I really do need a little bit more room here. We're going to put our embossing folder down, and I'm going to do the join. The join goes in first. You always feed that end in first. And then we're going to wind that through. You put the specialty plate over the top, and we'll just wind that through. Try not to wobble the camera too much. Oh, what is on there? How did that happen? I've got a red spot on there already, but that's all right. We might be able to work around that. Okay, so there's, I don't know whether the camera will pick that up, but it's just lovely. Like it's random, but it's not. And I love it. All right, so that we don't need that anymore. And I will close that up and put that over there. Okay, so I'm going to, now we've done that and we've done that, I won't glue that in just yet. Turn that over because that's the right side and that's that side. I won't quite glue that in yet. We'll do our watercoloring now. Okay, so I will put my grotty dirty old towel down. It's my watercoloring towel, and we're going to give it a good old spritz and really saturate. If I can get it to work, I'm going to really saturate that. Okay, so that is like really quite wet. There is water pooling, dripping off the sides. And we're going to get our block, and maybe to start with, only ink up half of it, and we're going to smoosh that down. And I like to wipe it off before I go again. I'm going to go a full block this time. Wipe it off because you really don't want to add any more water into your ink pad, stamp pad. All right, we're basically just colouring in with our ink and our stamp block. All right. Add a little bit of texture. Where's my spritzer? I'm going to move that out the road. I'm going to, no, this way. And then just flick that on. And that will react and add a little bit more texture, those drops. Okay. If you're not happy with that, you can go in and add more colour. If you find that it's a little bit too dark, you can spritz and take some of that ink off with the paper towel. But that's that. I'm going to put that over there, so up near my window, so it can dry. All right. Next. Might need another spritzer, maybe. That's all right. We're going to just move that out the road. I really don't want extra water in my stamp pad. There's a piece of fluff there that I don't need. All right, and again, that is very saturated. I'm going to get my cherry cobbler to start with, and because this is such a strong color, I'm going to start again with only half a block. And it is, and I think my my stamp pad is quite inky, so okay, every time you do this, I'm going to get a piece of paper towel. Hold on a moment. And just wet those. Every time you do this, it will be different because there's no way of controlling your ink or the water. All right, and then I'm going to add just a teeny tiny little bit of green. I do want to kind of make sure that that's wet though, so that ink moves a bit. And again, you can go as little or as much as you like. Okay, so see where those colors have kind of merged. You do get this dirty kind of thing happening, and that's just the nature of color. And again, I'm going to spritz up. That's nearly empty, and just flick that water down to give us a little bit more texture. And if I go in with my paper towel, I can take that off. And you have this lovely, and then once that dries, you really need to let that completely dry. I waited, I nearly waited 24 hours, I think. No, maybe not. Overnight. I just waited overnight to let that dry, and then you get your dye. And what I did is I think I just went like 4 that way and 4 that way, and you probably get enough there for 2 cards, maybe. You know, if you didn't want to go so stripy, you could go random. I think my other, where's my other sheet that I was showing you? This was more random in the colouring. I think I did like 3 spots of red and then filled in the areas with the green. But yeah, all right, so I'm going to put that up there and let that dry. Okay, I'm going to wipe these off because we don't need those anymore. I'm going to close my ink pads. That needs to go in the packet because we don't really need that because I've done all my die cutting. Okay, and I still got water everywhere. Put that over here. I need my, if I can find it, I had it here earlier. I really do need my, well, I don't soup, but I'd like to have my, it's not here, my my silicone mat, but for some reason it's not where it should be. Obviously I didn't put it away, and I'm just looking in the pile beside me here. No, that's okay, that's fine, we'll work around that. All right, so I'm going to do the inside first, and I'm going to add, probably should have done the leaves first, but that's okay. Don't do what I do. Where's the inside of this? So what I want to do is just add a couple of leaves. You might leave them till last and just use whatever's left. So the couple of leaves in the bottom, I'll go this way so it's not upside down. A couple of leaves in the bottom corner there, just pulls that design in from the front. But we'll glue this in, and then I've got a dot of red ink there, so I will put that over on the right hand side and try and cover that up. Lots of glue because we've got lots of dimension. We'll just try and get that as even as possible. And that's coming out the top because obviously there's way too much glue. Way too much glue there. Okay. Turn that over and just hold it down while it sits properly. All right, so here comes this part. Now, entirely up to you. I like my wreaths to be offset. If you might like it, prefer it in the center, and we can absolutely do that today. So let's do that today. Okay, so but first we need to glue all these on. And what I did is which way? I don't think there's a right and a wrong way. I went around, and so roughly probably a third less, or even, oh yeah, a third. And we're just going to overlap, okay, like that. So let's go around and we will do that. Working over your, oh yeah, here we go. Working over your silicone mat will be easier. All right. So let's put our first one. Yeah. And just letting those berries peek out a little bit because it just pulls the cherry cobbler, like the full cherry cobbler color. Oh, what is going on here? Like, this is a full bottle and it's just not working for me. And I don't want to squeeze too hard because I don't want to get glue absolutely everywhere. A bit up here. Okay. Just a little bit. I'm really only using a drop of glue in places. Might be easier to do it on here. Maybe. maybe not, we'll see. All right, and it's just a matter of going around. Oops. Now I don't like that little stalk that's hanging out there over the end, but it might be possible that we'll cover that up, but we'll just trim it off anyway. If I can get to it, be nice, please. All right, so I've just cut that off. We really don't need that. What have I got? I want a green one now. Sorry, I'm off camera. Oh, I obviously got glue on my fingers. And we'll do a red. And I'm just going to snip that stem off. We don't need to see stems, and this is what's going to happen. Oh, I really need to find, oh no. Where's my take a pic tool? All right, just move you around this way. Okay, so red, and we'll do a green. And then we'll go this nice bright red. And it's basically just going around. Oh, hang on. Let's go this one. And I'll tell you why in a moment. On the die, you've got two sets of leaves. One that cuts this way, and then the other one that cuts this way. So what I'm doing, I'll show you, sorry, up here. So the die cuts out two sets of leaves. One curves this way and one curves that way. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the red, if I can find a red one now. The red one I'm trying to do the upward, and then the green ones I'm trying to do the downward curve, if that makes sense, but I may run out. So there's the downward curve. Oops, I just dropped. But if it looks like I'm going to run out, I will need to adjust that. Okay. Have I got a nice, really bright red one? I'm not sure what I've got left here. Maybe not. Yeah, this one. Now I've got to try and fit two in here because we've got... I'm just going to take the stem off. Oops, stem off here. And tuck him in. It's not, oh, Oh, and I love a wreath card at Christmas. I just think it's amazing. I've got a little half green one maybe, and we'll just stick that in there just to break the red and the green up, because I've started on a red and I finished on a red, and I've got half a green one here, and we'll just tuck him in there like that, like so. And you can go around if you think like this looks a little bit bare, you might want to trim one off and add him in, tuck him in, and you can make it as full as you like. All right, okay, so now what I need to do is try and get this off, and I really, please do work with your with a silicone with a silicone mat or your glass mat if you got it. And also what might help is die cutting two of the wreaths, the berries, and layering it up. It will just give it a little bit more stability. Okay. So what are we doing, guys? Are we going to go in the middle this time? Yeah, how about that? And I've got glue everywhere. Julia Quinn, if you're watching, because I know Julia does not do wet glue, and I can understand why. Okay, so there it is, front and middle. I need and I'm just literally going to put my Merry Christmas across. If you wanted to, you could add some twine in. All right, so Merry Christmas. I'm going to use my mini dimensionals. I need to work out where I'm putting this. So kind of between the Y and the S. So let's add can I fit another one in? Maybe. Let's see. And then I will take the backings off. And we will add a little bit of glue to each end. Here and here. And if you wanted to, you can add a drop of glue if you're a little bit worried that you're not going to get it first go. Let me see if I can use and we can get this kind of in there like that. Oh, that wasn't too painful, was it? And somewhere I have some pretty gems. Where's my little box of bits and pieces? Excuse me for reaching over the camera, but I need my iridescent pearls. I'm going to go with pearls again because, like I said, and I've got heaps left. I can probably do another card if I really wanted to. But heaps of the leaves left. But yeah, I didn't really want to put any more red on there because I kind of like the berries, and I thought it would just detract from everything. So we're going to might just add 2 together there, 1 here, maybe a small one, and then find that balance and put 2 up there. Maybe another big one. The little ones are kind of getting lost, but that's okay. All right, and I kind of feel, oh, it needs another one. Maybe in here. Oops. No, that's not where I wanted you to go. Come back. There. All right, so we've got our card. Now for the middle, for the inside, all I'm going to do is get do I go green and red? And I think that's what I'll do, but I'm going to just trim this stem off. Really not a fan of the stems, but you'll need them. You do need them. And we're going to go down, and I will trim this off, trim that bottom section off, and put this, stick this guy down. And that just pulls in that design from the front, finishes off there. Okay, so there's the inside. And there's the front. Here's my other one. This is probably a little bit more circular. Totally. See what I mean? Like every time you do your watercoloring, you will get a different result. This is a lot paler. Obviously I didn't go so heavy with my ink this time around, and I'll just bring in my other sheets that I was doing before. They're still not dry. You could get your heat tool out. They aren't too bad if you put them out in the sun, or you know, in an open window. And then there's the shy Shamrock, and then that's the combination. Okay, that's it. All right, offset with a darker cherry, and then a lighter version, but that actually shows the cherry berries in underneath a little bit better. So, all right, let me know which one you'd like, which one you prefer, this or that. Thank you so much for sticking with me. It was quite intense there for a moment. Like I said, just be careful if you're going to do this. Red and green are opposite on the color wheel. They will go murky if you fiddle and mix them too much together. So that's just something that you need to be aware of. I'll just pick up all my tools and say goodbye, because that's it. Have a great week. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Color Inspiration has dropped. It's over on Facebook. We're a group. If you'd like to join, there is questions that you need to answer. If you have a friend that you think might like to join us, just let them know that if they join, or if you add them, they do need to answer those questions before we let you in, just to make sure that you are who you say you are, because you know, you just can't be too careful these days. And you don't need a blog, and if you have social, YouTube or a blog, you don't have to have a blog, but if you do, or if you have Instagram and Facebook, you can certainly link. We will allow those links to go up. Okay, so that's it from me. Bye for now and see you again next time. Bye.